Children, we were studying lesson number 8, the nervous system, and this is part 7 of lesson number 8. Children, till now we have discussed in this lesson about the nervous system, about various parts of the nervous system, functions of the nervous system. We have also discussed about the brain, about various parts of brain, that is the cerebrum, the cerebellum and the stem cell. We have also discussed about the spinal cord. In the previous session, we have discussed about the nerves. So, can you tell me how many types of nerves are there in our body? Very good. There are three types of nerves: sensory nerves, motor nerves, and mixed nerves. Now, children, before we move on and discuss about our next topic, that is reflex actions, let us solve some questions based on what we have discussed till now. So, are you ready? Now, the first question is, dash carry orders from the brain and spinal cord to the rest of the body. The options are A. Spinal cord, B. Motor nerves, C. Sensory nerves, and D. Mixed nerves. So, what is the answer, children? The answer is B. Motor nerves. Motor nerves carry orders from the brain and spinal cord to the rest of the body, and they carry messages in one direction only. That is only from the brain and spinal cord to the rest of the body. Now, the next question is, they do functions of both the sensory and motor nerves. The options are mixed nerves, cells, motor nerves or sensory nerves. So, what is the answer? The answer is A. Mixed nerves. Mixed nerves do the functions of both the sensory and motor nerves. That is, they can take the messages from the sense organs to the brain or spinal cord, and also from the brain or spinal cord to the rest of the body. So, and they carry messages in both the directions. Now, dash carry messages from sense organs to brain or spinal cord, and the options are motor nerves, mixed nerves, sensory nerves or stem cell. And what is the answer, children? The answer is C. Sensory nerves. Sensory nerves carry messages from the sense organs to the brain or spinal cord, and also they also carry messages in one direction only. Now, messages travel to and from the brain through the options are blood, cells, nerves or brain. So, what is the answer, children? The messages travel to and from the brain through the nerves. The answer is C. Nerves. As we have already discussed that the nerves are spread throughout our body. And why do we have the network of nerves inside the body? Yes, to carry messages from the sensory organs to the brain or spinal cord, and from the brain or spinal cord to the rest of the body. And this is done specifically by sensory nerves and motor nerves. Sensory nerves carry messages from the sense organs to the brain or spinal cord, and motor nerves carry messages from the brain or spinal cord to the rest of the body. Now, dash carry messages in one direction only. The options are A. sensory nerves, B. motor nerves, C. mixed nerves, and D. both A and B. So, what is the answer? The answer is D, both A and B, as sensory nerves and motor nerves both carry messages in one direction only. Now, in this diagram, we can see how signals are carried in our body. Now, children, in this picture, if you can see here signals coming in from the sensory organs or rest of the body, the signals are going towards the brain. And on the right hand side, the signals are carried from the brain to the body. So here from rest of the body, the sensory nerves are carrying messages from the sense organs to the brain, and on the right hand side the signals are carried from the brain towards the other parts of the body. Now we are going to discuss about reflex actions. Children, the reflex actions are automatic actions which happens automatically inside the body. Now what is that and how does it happen? As we have already discussed how the messages or signals are carried inside our body. The signals are carried from the sense organs to the brain by the sensory nerves, and the brain instructs the body how to behave through the motor nerves. The motor nerves take signals or messages from the brain or spinal cord to the sense organs. Now, in case of reflex action, what happens? The signal do not go to the brain. In halfway, the signals reach the spinal cord, and the spinal cord only takes the decision and instructs the body how to react. Let us see how it happens. Now, reflex actions are automatic reactions of the body. Now, when does it happen? For example, if you touch a hot iron plate, you immediately remove your hand. And this action is so quick that it takes only a little time or very less time to happen. So, reflex actions are automatic actions of the body for which we do not need to think. Otherwise, the messages are carried through the spinal cord to the brain. But in case of reflex actions, the messages are not carried to the brain. The messages are carried only till the spinal cord, and the spinal cord takes the decision to protect our body from any harm so that the decision can be taken quickly. So the message does not go to brain. They are controlled by the spinal cord. Getting, children? The reflex actions are automatic reactions for the body for which we do not need to think. It happens automatically inside the body. And in this case, the messages do not travel to the brain. The messages go to the spinal cord, and the spinal cord only takes the decision and instructs the body how to react. Now see in this picture shows the one hand here, it is touching the candle, or when you touch something hot, and here you can see the spinal cord here. So the message went to the spinal cord, and the spinal cord told the motor nerve, sent the instruction through the motor nerve, and the hand is removed immediately. You can recall, for example, it must have happened with you. If you touch something hot, you immediately remove your hand. This is what? This is reflex action, because the message was sent through the spinal cord to the motor nerve to remove your hand immediately. Now see in this picture again, if you step on something which is very pointed, for example like a nail. In this case, if you stepped on the nail, the message goes to the through the sensory nerve to the spinal cord. Here in this picture, if you can see the sensory nerve is taking the message to the spinal cord, and spinal cord sends a message through the motor nerve to immediately remove your leg. In this way, reflex actions work. Now, reflex actions happen so fast that you do not take time to think about it. It happens by itself even if you are not concentrating. If you are concentrating somewhere else, if you are thinking about something else, still this action happens automatically. The reactions are called reflex actions. Message does not go to the brain and spinal cord takes the action. This is reflex action. For example, pulling away your hand as soon as you touch something hot. Second one is blinking when something enters your eye. For example, if something is some insect or some dust particle, if it is entering your eye, what you will do? You will instantly blink your eyes, right? Putting up your hand to stop something hitting your face. Now, if you remember while playing in the playground, if your friend has thrown a ball towards your face and if you feel like the ball is coming very fast towards you, what you do? You try to catch it so that you can save yourself from getting hit. Now, ducking to escape being hit. For example, something is coming towards you, so you just duck. You go down to protect yourself from being hit. These are the examples of reflex action. So, I hope you enjoyed this session. I'm going to end this session here. Sai Ram, children.